Uriah Heep's Demons and Wizards, where fantasy rock found its voice. Welcome back to the Collection Vault. I'm Ludi, and today we enter a world of wizards, prophecy, and powerful melodies. In 1972, Uriah Heep released Demons and Wizards. It wasn't just fantasy, it was a landmark in rock storytelling. This album launched a lyrical and sonic shift. Uriah Heep moved from raw rock into mythic themes. Wizards and demons weren't just metaphors, they were main characters. I've always gravitated toward the Byron Hensley Box era. There was something conjured about their sound, as if emotion wasn't played but summoned. The Wizard opens with acoustic grace and spiritual undertones. Faith meets fantasy. Easy Livin, the band's breakout hit, packs energy and optimism. But it's Circle of Hands that always hit me hardest. Majestic and mournful, like a hymn from another realm. And those la-la-las, what I used to call vocal percussion, rhythmic and strangely hypnotic. It was part of what made Heep's sound so distinctive. There was David Byron, what a stage presence. Operatic, intense, theatrical. He owned the mic. Ken Hensley, a lyrical wizard. His songs on this album didn't just narrate, they transported. And Mick Box's guitar was like fire, explosive yet emotional. And Lee Kerslake, his drumming was the heartbeat. But Gary Thane's bass style struck me. It wasn't just groove, it was guitar-like, melodic, expressive. I hadn't heard anything like it before or since. This album paved the way for fantasy rock, prog metal, and even theatrical scoring. I sometimes hear faint echoes of Demons and Wizards in bands like Rush, Iron Maiden, and Dream Theater. Of course, each carved their own legendary direction, but Heep's blend of fantasy, melody, and bold theatrics may have helped shape the backdrop that allowed those stories to unfold. This was escapism, yes, but grounded in human truth. Uriah Heep blended mythology with personal reflection, and that's why it still resonates. If you've never heard Demons and Wizards, start with the Wizard. Let the lyrics take you somewhere. Then crank up Easy Living. This track still makes the speakers feel like they're pumped full of adrenaline. And tell me, what fantasy track or band opened a portal for you? When I listen to Uriah Heep from that era, I always return to fantasy. Not just the album, though the title says it all, but the feeling, the escape. It's the kind of sound that lets you drift somewhere mythic while still rooted in melody. Back then, I'd lie in my bed, crank the volume louder than I probably should have, and let the record take over. Eyes closed, lyrics in hand, the sound became the story. And I didn't just listen, I felt every second. Coming up next, we have a treat for you, a tribute to the lineup behind Demons and Wizards in our next mini vault. Subscribe so you don't miss it. See you next time.